Dinar shift. The global currency community is currently fixated on an extraordinary surge of claims and speculation surrounding the Vietnamese dong, an event that is generating some of the most intense discussions witnessed in years. This phenomenon is far from a typical market whisper. It is a major wave of conversation, debates, and detailed analysis flooding online platforms. To ignore this moment would be to miss several key details currently being scrutinized by thousands of individuals interested in the dong's future. The atmosphere is charged with anticipation, and the sheer volume of chatter suggests that something significant is happening on the community's psychological landscape, prompting stakeholders to evaluate the situation with renewed urgency. The core of this widespread excitement centers on persistent claims that a comprehensive list of financial institutions, supposedly connected to a future exchange process for the Vietnamese dong, has begun to circulate across social platforms and private investor groups. This purported list is not just fueling casual talk. It is being interpreted by some in the community as a tangible, structural sign that substantial preparations are underway behind the official curtain. Although it is crucial to state that these claims remain entirely unverified rumors and should not be treated as confirmed facts, their impact on the community's emotional and analytical state is undeniable. The mere presence of such a detailed rumor is acting as a powerful catalyst for discussion, pushing dong holders into a deeper, more frequent cycle of analysis and speculation than has been observed in recent memory. One of the most potent drivers of this feverish excitement is the specific terminology being used, the phrase RV countdown. For many long-term dong holders, this term instantly ignites hope and a fresh round of questions. The fundamental query being debated across forums is whether this supposed countdown represents genuine, scheduled progress toward a major financial event, or if it is simply another cyclical wave of optimistic conjecture that the community experiences every few years. This constant debate, a split between hopeful anticipation and cautious skepticism, is driving non-stop engagement. Regardless of where individuals stand on the accuracy of the countdown, the emotional energy it has injected into the currency community is palpable, commanding the attention of even the most reserved observers. The level of detail attributed to the rumored bank list adds another layer of complexity to the discussion. Descriptions circulating suggest the list is substantial, well-organized, and contains a diverse array of institutions reportedly capable of handling international-scale currency operations. For those who have been waiting patiently, the notion of an organized list provides a psychological anchor, creating a perception of planned infrastructure. Proponents of the rumors argue that the mention of specific, capable banks implies that the necessary logistical framework is being silently constructed. Skeptics, conversely, recall similar lists that have surfaced and vanished in the past without any official confirmation. This duality of belief keeps the conversation dynamic and rapidly evolving, drawing in a continuous stream of new analysts and commentators. A noteworthy reaction from many long-time holders is the feeling that this current moment possesses a distinctly different character compared to previous periods of heightened speculation. They point to several factors: the serious, detailed tone of the circulating claims, the perceived high level of specificity within the rumors, and the sheer speed with which this information is spreading across digital channels. In contrast to prior cycles that often relied on vague or recycled talking points, this new wave appears to be rich in purported specifics. Whether or not these specifics prove to be grounded in reality is a separate matter, yet the community's conviction that a larger event is potentially developing is changing the overall atmosphere, moving it from passive waiting to proactive discussion. The simple idea of a bank list holds significant importance for many dong holders because it addresses the persistent issue of uncertainty, which has long been the greatest source of anxiety. Historically, there has been a lack of clarity regarding which financial institutions would be involved in any potential exchange, how the verification processes would work, or the hypothetical logistical steps that would unfold. Consequently, the mere existence of a supposed list, even if purely speculative, offers a psychological roadmap. It allows community members to visualize a structured process, making the entire concept feel more manageable and less abstract, thereby reducing overall anxiety. Furthermore, this sense of structure and imagined order acts as a powerful motivator. By reducing anxiety and offering a clear, albeit rumored, outline, the circulating claims are boosting engagement and encouraging holders to begin a process of mental and logistical preparation. This preparedness includes discussions about how to organize documents, what questions to research, and how to stay informed. A critical element gaining traction is the narrative that systems are allegedly being tested within the financial institutions mentioned in the rumored list. For many, the idea of technical testing implies that a major, coordinated operation is imminent, generating a wave of extreme optimism. It is essential to reiterate the distinction between the circulating rumors and confirmed facts. The reporting here focuses on how the community is responding to these claims, rather than validating them. The sheer belief that behind the scenes readiness checks are taking place is enough to create a swell of positivity, particularly among long-standing holders who have endured years of inactivity and modest news flow. For them, even the slightest indication of institutional readiness can feel like a monumental sign of progress, shifting their emotional focus from stagnant hope to immediate, cautious anticipation of potential developments. The emotional spectrum visible across online spaces is broad, ranging from outright celebration of the rumors as the best news in years to stern warnings urging caution and a strict adherence to official, governmental announcements. There is also a substantial middle ground of people who are unsure what to believe, but are closely monitoring every detail. What makes this current rumor cycle particularly notable is its magnetic quality. It is successfully drawing in a large number of analysts, commentators, and casual observers who typically remain silent until genuinely substantial, verifiable information begins to circulate. The concept of increased global investor attention frequently surfaces as a topic of discussion within the community. Many members express a strong conviction that major international financial players are now observing Vietnam's economic trajectory with an unprecedented level of scrutiny, perhaps driven by the nation's consistent growth narratives. While the direct connection between this macroeconomic observation and the current wave of bank list rumors remains unproven, the belief itself adds emotional weight to the conversation. It fosters a feeling among holders that their long-held asset is becoming a part of a much larger, globally significant financial dialogue, providing an emotional boost to those who have remained patient for a considerable duration. A related facet of the circulating claims involves the concept of a multi-phase preparation process. According to the online chatter, any potential financial event would not occur in a single, instant action, but would be systematically rolled out across several distinct stages. Community members are actively theorizing about this structure, breaking it down into potential phases. A testing phase, a crucial verification stage for holdings, and ultimately, an eventual exchange or adjustment phase. Even in the absence of an official, verified timeline, this framework gives holders a structure for their expectations, allowing them to organize their mental and logistical planning around a clear step-by-step model. Furthermore, the security aspects detailed in the rumors are a significant point of interest. There is considerable discussion about the claims suggesting that the participating banks are implementing enhanced verification, authentication, and security systems to manage a complex currency operation. For individuals who have long feared scams, fraud, or poor regulatory oversight, the idea that formal institutions are preparing secure, controlled environments offers a great measure of reassurance. Whether these specific security claims are accurate or not, they effectively address one of the community's deepest emotional vulnerabilities, the need for protection and legitimacy. In response to these unconfirmed, yet pervasive claims, many holders are using this moment to organize their affairs and holdings. The sense of urgency created by the rumors has prompted discussions about optimal strategies for safely storing physical or documented currency, thoroughly documenting proof of ownership, and even compiling specific checklists of inquiries they would address to their financial institutions should any official announcements materialize. This act of preparation is psychologically vital, as it offers a feeling of control and agency during a period defined by external uncertainty, contributing significantly to the community's collective mental well-being. The conversation also touches upon the idea of market sentiment and its potential impact. Although the Vietnamese dong is not exhibiting significant volatility in official, major global financial markets based on these rumors alone, the sheer intensity of the discussion is perceived to be influencing long-term confidence and future expectations. Many community members believe that this level of focused attention, whether rooted in rumor or reality, can generate powerful momentum. This psychological momentum does not instantly change asset value, but it profoundly affects the collective behavior, outlook, and long-term confidence of the holder community, which is a powerful force in itself. Shifting the focus to the psychological dimension is crucial, as holders have navigated years of emotional peaks and valleys, including frequent periods of disappointment followed by renewed hope. When a dense wave of claims characterized by structure, detail, and confident language sweeps through the community, it provides an enormous emotional uplift. It acts as a powerful cognitive shift, moving the community's mindset from a passive state of indefinite waiting to an active state of preparation. This fundamental mental transformation is why the current rumor cycle is perceived as being so massive and consequential, even if the underlying claims remain unsubstantiated. The topic of responsible risk management is also a dominant theme in online conversations. Many prominent community voices are actively issuing reminders about the critical importance of skepticism and caution when dealing with unverified information. They are strongly advising holders to maintain a balanced approach, avoid acting on impulse, double-check all claims, and remain grounded until official statements are released by legitimate, recognized authorities. This measured approach is essential for preventing the excitement from leading to rash or irreversible decisions, demonstrating that responsible community leaders are urging both vigilance and cautious optimism. Furthermore, these circulating claims are inadvertently serving as a strong motivation for holders to conduct deeper research into Vietnam's actual economic trajectory and official financial policies. People are now delving into the intricacies of central bank updates, national economic strategies, digital currency initiatives, and foreign investment statistics. Paradoxically, the unconfirmed rumor is prompting the community to become better educated about the genuine, measurable economic direction of Vietnam, pushing many to become smarter and better, informed participants in the larger financial discussion. Heavy discussion is also focused on the concept of phased readiness, a key element of the circulating claims which suggests that various banks are supposedly engaged in technical simulations and internal verification checks. This narrative deeply resonates with the community because it evokes the impression of a highly coordinated, systematic process being managed by key institutions. The belief, whether true or not, that banks are moving through sequential phases of preparation lends a sense of organization and legitimacy to the overall concept, and the community consistently reacts positively to anything that appears well structured. Community engagement is currently at an apex. The level of posting, commenting, analytical deep dives, and question asking is higher than it has been for many months. This concentrated engagement creates intense energy, which in turn generates momentum, and that momentum ensures that people continuously return for updates. This is why the current rumor wave holds such significance. It is actively reshaping the entire tone and activity level of discussion forums and investor groups, regardless of the ultimate verification status of the information itself. The discussion also heavily involves the practicalities of documentation and verification. The unconfirmed details circulating suggest that holders would need to present legitimate, authentic currency and clear proof of ownership during any eventual exchange process. While these specific requirements are purely speculative, they provide the community with a clear checklist to organize around. Holders find comfort in having concrete steps to follow, and this emphasis on legitimacy further reinforces the sense that the underlying rumor is based on a structured, professional framework, thereby keeping the high-level conversation flowing and intense. Timing remains one of the hottest conversational topics, with many attempting to engineer an official timeline by analyzing historical patterns, recent political developments, and general economic indicators. These speculative predictions are diverse and numerous, but the excitement stems more from the act of debating and theorizing itself. The human desire for a schedule or a deadline is powerful, and even unverified timelines give people a point of reference for ongoing debate and discussion, fueling the continuous flow of content and engagement. One of the most profound reactions observed is the general consensus that, for the first time in many years, the community feels unified in its excitement. Previous waves of speculation often created deep divisions, with some groups dismissing the claims outright while others fully embraced them. This current wave, however, seems to have successfully pulled a vast majority of participants together. Everyone, regardless of their skepticism level, is watching, demanding updates, and seeking clarity, indicating a powerful, shared focus. The persistent talking points of security and legitimacy continue to dominate the discussion landscape. Holders fundamentally need reassurance that any potential future event would be conducted securely and transparently. The widely circulated claims that financial institutions are adding enhanced safety and authentication measures are providing a psychological form of peace of mind. Given that the fear of fraud and bad actors has historically been a major emotional barrier for the community, any suggestion of stronger institutional security instantly becomes a central, viral discussion point. Finally, there is a massive volume of discussion dedicated to the anticipated global reaction. Many holders firmly believe that international capital and foreign investors are paying more attention to Vietnam's economy than ever before, a belief bolstered by the country's strong and consistent growth narrative. While the direct link between this economic reality and the specific bank list rumor is currently unclear, the conviction that the world is watching strengthens overall confidence and adds significant weight to the collective excitement of the holder community. The unverified claims of a full bank list and an RV countdown are now driving one of the largest and most energized surges of holder engagement seen in a significant period. These claims, while currently unverified, have generated a powerful and consequential conversation that is motivating holders to organize, prepare, discuss, and remain on high alert. Regardless of whether this moment evolves into a confirmed financial event or becomes another noteworthy chapter in the long journey of the Vietnamese dong, the core takeaway is clear. The community is more active, focused, and collectively united than it has been in many years.